Well, it was about as entertaining a DUI hearing as I've ever covered in 40 years in this business. Tiffany Haddish, actress, comedian, didn't disappoint, had a lot to say, and she said it. Said she's never coming back to Georgia. When the judge asked her if she accepted this plea deal, she said, and this was her reaction exactly. She looked at the camera. She was on Zoom. She wasn't here. She looked at her Zoom camera, paused, and then said, sure, giving the judge some indication that she wasn't really happy about pleading guilty. Judge Jason Thompson then asked her, do you want more time with your lawyers? She said, no, I know you want me out of your hair there in Georgia, so I'm ready to move forward, and they did. She did plead guilty to driving under the influence less safe. That's not exactly the same thing as DUI when alcohol.
Man, I thought y'all about to give me a show. You talking about how Tiffany Haddish didn't disappoint. I want to see it. Give me the footage. Y'all ain't got no footage of it? That's what I'm here to see, Tiffany Haddish. We're not here to see you, buddy. We want the Tiffany Haddish. We don't want the scoop on Tiffany Haddish. Not on you telling us what happened. She pled guilty. Okay, come on. She pled guilty. Cool. Come on. What else? What else she say? What else she do?
Is connected. It shows a level of insobriety, that she was not necessarily over the legal limit, but she was not driving safely and was somewhat impaired. All the rest of the charges were dropped. So here is her sentence. She got 1 year probation. Her driver's license in Georgia is suspended. She doesn't know where her driver's license is. Apparently she hasn't had it physically in her hand in quite some time, so there was no license to turn over. She also, no jail time.
No, that was a lie. She ain't about to give up her license. She got it right at her, right in her car, right in the car, right up under her seat. Right up on the seat, or right there in the middle console. You flip that up. She got that, and it's right up on her by two Swisher wraps, two Swisher boxes, and a 3.5, and a bottle of Jack, like a pint of Jack Daniels. That's what her license is under there. So police, if you see this, go check Tiffany Haddish middle console. It's up under the blunts, the 3.5, and the pint of Jack Daniels. That's what her license is, okay?
Time. She was sentenced to 24 hours in jail, but she spent that when she was first arrested, and so they gave her time served on that. I'm trying to think of what else. She has to do she must stay alcohol and drug-free for that year, and she must submit to some drug testing as well, and she must do 40 hours of community service, which she said she's going to do with the LA District Attorney's Office. So in the end, Judge Thompson sentenced her to all of that. He said to her, you're welcome back in Georgia anytime, Ms. Haddish. And then she was about to go on a rant. She was like, she started laughing. She goes, oh, no, I am never coming back to Georgia. And just then they cut the newsroom feed. In mid-sentence, they cut the newsroom feed, the Zoom feed. In mid-sentence, they cut the Zoom feed. And the entire courtroom burst out in laughter. Even the judge was laughing because it was just, I don't know, hysterical. Listen, I don't mean to make light of this.
See this.
She's a comedian. She's an actress. She's very used to playing for the camera. I think that was
I want to see the Zoom. I don't want to hear you no more, buddy. I want to see this Zoom. I want to laugh. Say she had the whole court laugh. I want to laugh. I want to laugh. Where is Zoom at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I want to laugh. Yeah, buddy, you're not giving me the full, you're not giving me the whole full scoop. You're not giving me the full scoop. See? I should have went with 11 Alive. Fox, y'all not giving me what I need.
Welcome back. Well, new tonight, actress and comedian Tiffany Haddish pleading guilty to a 2022 DUI charge in Fayette County.
But she made it very clear to the court that she was not happy with the conviction. 11 Alive's Grace King shows us what happened.
Are you going to?
Hold on. Before we get into it, 2022? It took 4 years for her to come to court for a DUI? It's a DUI. You could have did this way quicker than this, Tiffany. 4 years. Even though I understand you want, you got the lawyer to keep on pushing it back. It's a DUI, maybe. It's a DUI.
Voluntarily give up those rights to enter into a plea that your lawyers have negotiated on your behalf.
I would like to fuss a little bit.
On Tuesday, actress and comedian Tiffany Haddish let the judge know exactly how she felt about the 4 years she spent fighting her DUI case.
That's too expensive. I've already spent so much on this case.
She said she didn't want to spend any more time or money in Fayette County.
Let's just move forward. Unless you like me, and then I don't mind hanging out some more.
In the end, Haddish pleaded guilty to 1 count of driving under the influence of alcohol, and the other 6 counts were dropped.
And Ms. Haddish, I will accept the following plea. Count 1, driving under the influence, let's say alcohol.
The judge sentenced her to time served plus 12 months of probation, DUI school, testing, and 40 hours of community service.
You've reached out to the LA.
That's what everybody get. That's what everybody get. Tiffany Haddish ain't get nothing special. Now, I don't know what those other charges is they dropped. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's where the good lawyer come in. But as far as that, listen, I got a DWI back in the year 2000. Long time ago. That's 26 years ago. The only one I ever had, DWI. Smoking, they smelled weed, gave me a DWI. It was some bullshit. Straight up bullshit. I wasn't even high no more. I had smoked a blunt in there about an hour ago. And you just could still smell it, and they gave me a DWI. But anyway, I got this same stuff. A year probation. My license suspended. And I had to take the drug courses and whatever else they said. The exact same thing. Community service, all that. So you get 4 years. You wasted 4 years trying to fight a case that you eventually pled guilty to and got the same thing you would have got if you would have just went on and pled guilty in the first place. Tiffany Haddish, you're not too bright, girl. Not too bright. Not too bright, girl. It ain't like you had big movies or anything. You've been blackballed in the whole film area ever since you came out with that skit with Ari Spears. You know what I'm saying? Insinuating messing with kids, which wasn't funny. So we haven't really seen you in movies, and your name hasn't been, popping since then. So it's not like you had a string of movies. You could have just went on and just got this out of the way 4 years ago. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now let's see. Y'all said Tiffany Haddish made you laugh.
Attorney's office to do some work over there, so thank you very much.
I'm very excited about it. That's why I want to get this done.
The judge praised Haddish for the charitable work she's already done and says she has a platform to do a lot of good.
Have a great day. You're welcome back to Georgia anytime.
But Haddish was clearly ready to put Georgia in the rearview mirror.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
And as part of her sentence, Haddish will not be able to drive in the state of Georgia.
Get your ass the hell on in. We don't want you here neither. Don't blame Georgia for you being a drunk. Ain't got nothing to do with Atlanta, Georgia, and the outskirts, because you was in Fayette County right up the street from me. We ain't got nothing to do with your drunk ass driving on our streets, intoxicated. That's on you, Tiffany Haddish. I swear you women in your accountability, it should be studied. Should be studied. You take no accountability for what you do. You mad at that? Oh, no, I ain't never come back to Georgia. Girl, you going to be in Atlanta for Christmas. You're going to be right back in Atlanta for Christmas. For the holidays. What you talking about? Everybody come back to Atlanta. Atlanta, come back to you. I'll always come back to you. Atlanta, come back to you. I'll always come back to you. You will be back. You coming back. Don't sit up here and blame us because you drunk. You driving on our streets drunk in here. Can't hold your liquor. Getting DUIs and getting pulled over. Swerving in the street. That's just swerving on these Atlanta streets. Don't blame us. Ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. All right. Let's see what else is going on. So Tiffany Haddish, drunk ass, she can't drive in Georgia no more. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo.